dad who owned the store said, you two boys get down there and clean that barn up. We need to get rid of all that old hay in there and get rid of everything, get it out of there, and I'll pay it. So we're down there and we're working away, and we uncovered an old car underneath the hay back in the corner of the thing. And we got it all cleaned, you know, we didn't get all cleaned up. We got the hay brushed off of it and one thing and another. And everything looked pretty good, and we tried to start it, but we couldn't get it started. And I think it was probably Hank was smart enough to know, well, it probably was the battery that wouldn't start. And so he took the battery out of his dad's delivery truck and put in it. Sure enough, the old car just drove. I didn't even know what it was, but it was just, what it was just an old buggy there, a buggy-like truck car with a wooden seat and a little bit of a bed on it. And I would suppose it was like probably something from the 20s or, you know, really early 30s. And but it ran, so we'd drive it out. The barn was 500 feet off the road, I suppose, and we'd drive out to the road and turn around and come back to the barn and go in the barn and go around. There's a in the barn here, you go around up post, go around and back up, and we were doing that and having a real good kids in the car. We'd never done anything like that before, and this was really living. Well, of course, you know, every trip you get a little better at it, but it was wet and rainy, and we drug a lot of water in, and Hank was driving, well, I wasn't driving. So we come flying in there, and he spun her around there one time, and she never stopped. She just went right straight through the back of the barn.
Oh!
And it was, I don't know, 10, 12 feet down to the below. We didn't get hurt. The car went out like this and evidently come right down because, to far as I know, to this day, that car is still sitting in the same place. I don't think it is. But when we left Siegel, it was still there. Old Henry was so mad. Oh my, he was unhappy with those two boys. Well, I guess, Doris and Elwood weren't very happy either, but all we ever, you know, you should really penalize you when you'd have to stay at home. Well, you never got away from home all the time anyway.
Figure it's worth the risk.
But that's,
roll the dice.
that was but then Hank was always a speed demon. He liked airplanes and he did this and he got hurt real bad and snowmobile accident a couple of times. I remember we were in St. Docs then, but I heard about him and talked to people that knew him. Then he got killed in an airplane accident. He was flying airplanes, and I'll take that back. He was going to Du Bois to fly his plane, and he was on an automobile accident. He wasn't killed in an airplane accident.
Ron dumps his leaves in the creek.
Huh?
I think he dumps his grass in the creek.
Isn't that
Just
pretty?
dumped it down over the bank there.
Well, I think that could block it up.
That's because he sees me do it, probably.
I can get arrested one of these days.
Being the Elizabethtown.